Good evening, everybody. It is that time once again. It is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, and it's time for Treasure Tales. We're going to have a good show for you tonight. We have one guest with us tonight, and I think they're very special. So they're going to spend the whole entire time with us. Um, so I know on the previews it said something about metal detecting with Pete. Well, Pete wasn't able to make it, so he's not here. So that's okay. So we're going to have a good time tonight. I am coming to you not from the Treasure Talk studios in beautiful Madison, Florida. I am coming to you from Daytona Beach, where I've been on the beach for the last week with my XP Deus 2. And I have to tell you, my brother from another mother, the Mumbles Man, is with me, as is my other brother from another mother, John George David. He is with us as he's swinging the Legend, and the Mumbles Man and myself are swinging the Deus 2. Now, I have to tell you that to me, one of the game changers about the Deus 2 are the bone conductive headphones. I have got hearing problems, and if you don't believe me, just ask my wife. She will tell you that I have severe hearing disabilities. But you know, Mumbles Man and I have talked about this a number of times in the past. I used to swing the Equinox, and with the Tony Eisenhower headphones, which were as good as you could get, and I couldn't hear the real faint signals. Now, with the bone conductive headphones, you hear them. I mean, they are very, very sensitive and deep. Yeah, that detector is really deep. It's probably a 27-inch dime. I mean, I got a tone, I got a signal. I didn't get any VDI numbers at all until I put at least 2 big scoops on it. So it was down there a long ways, and I'm not sure that I like it being that deep. I don't know if I want to dig that much. It's way deep. So, and very, very sensitive. It runs as stable as you could ever want on the beach. I mean, it's absolutely a magnificent machine. You can adjust it down. I mean, I'm running. Basically, I ran in beach and beach sensitive. Okay. And my settings were just the stock settings, with the stock discrimination. And I took my salt sensitivity down to 1 or 2. Now, my regular sensitivity was 95 to 97. So, my reactivity was like 1.5, which you don't want a lot of it on the beach. So, I mean, it just ran as stable as it can run. And I'm swinging the 9-inch coil. Now, I've got another Deus 2 coming my way within the next week with the 11-inch coil, and that's going to be my backup machine. I'm going to have one for beach, one for the dirt digging, and it just doesn't get any better than the Deus 2. That's all, So very, very happy with that, and it's light. And I've got a bad elbow, so I'm having to swing lefty and righty. And it's light enough where, when we go out, we're out 6, 8, 9 hours a day. That's how long we're out. So, anyways, happy Cinco de Mayo to all you folks out there. And why don't we go ahead and let's say hello to all you fine folks in the chat. And hopefully I won't miss anybody. Number 1 in the chat, the first one was Andrew T. Andrew, I'm glad that you joined us tonight. I hope all is well with you. And let's see, Adele Lempersky Rutherford. Adele wants you to know that the beautiful slate that you painted for Scuba Wise, it's on its way to Tampa. What's going to happen is that the guru is going to, he books for the WSAS, the Western State Archaeological Society, the club. He books speakers. And he's going to get Captain Fizz, and Mark Littleton, the partners in Scuba Wise. He's going to get those guys to put on a program, and he's going to make a presentation at that program. And now there'll be some video of it, so that will be posted on Treasure Talk. And it's just a magnificent work that Adele did. It's just, I mean, it is spot on. And we thank Adele very much. She's such a sweetheart for doing that. And I know that Captain Fizz and Mark Littleton will just be over the moon when they get that gift from Adele. So Adele, thank you very much. I just wanted to let you know what was going on with that. And let's see who else we got. We're Rachel, Jersey Ray, Diggs. Hey, Rachel, good to see you. Mark Thomas in the house. Good to see you, Mark. We've got a Facebook user. I'm not sure exactly who it is. Says, hi, everyone. I would venture to say it's probably Robert Ridgway from Pinellas Park, or it could be Tom Becker. I don't know for sure. It just says Facebook user. There's another Facebook user. Hello. Glad that you are with us. Chuck Martin, good to see you tonight. Glad that you are here. Jamie Holt, the Legend winner, Jamie Holt, who loves her Legend, as does John David, likes his Legend very, very much. He's got it set up. It's just whisper quiet on the beach until he finds a target, and then it booms. So that Legend is quite the machine. I think the two premium machines now that we're going to have, and we're not bashing any kind of machine, so don't get the wrong impression. I think the premium machines out in the market now are going to be the Deus 2 and the Legend. So if you haven't got one, call Phil. He's got them in stock, you know. And Jamie, we're glad that you're with us tonight, and we will see you in a couple of weeks when you're going to co-host with me for some rock hounding. That'll be an interesting show. So we're looking forward to that. And there is Robert Ridgway. He's tuned in on YouTube. And Dirty Paws Detecting. That is Mike and Trish. Mayo, glad that you guys joined us tonight. I hope you got out and did a little hunting. Found yourself some goodies. And the Fox in the Ground Detecting. Good to see you tonight. And Drum Detect, hello, how are you? Glad that you were joined with us tonight. Gary Kerr, nice to meet you, Gary, and thank you for joining us tonight. And let's see who else is here. Art Frazier, he just won, as a matter of fact. Art just won a electric blue CKG carbon fiber shaft for an Equinox. So that's quite a prize. And he posted a picture on Treasure Talk. And Art, I hope it comes in handy. I hope you use it. And the Digging Canuck is in the house. My sister from another mister. I guess she had a little bit of problem with her Deus 2 coil only, after 4.5 hours. Well, I think maybe what you have to be careful, Liz, when you put the charger on the coil, because if you set the coil down on a hard surface as you're charging it, it just kind of lifts it up just a little bit, and it doesn't make great contact. So that's something to watch. And then if you're using your headphones, go in to all the other headphones and turn the volume down to 0, and that'll help conserve battery. So Mark Fiorella from Eden, New York. Glad that you're with us tonight, Mark. And my brother from another mother, the guru, Phil Myers, who, by the way, sponsors Treasure Tales, as he does the Blue Spade Society. So anything that I am involved with as far as doing a show or anything like that, Myers Metal Detectors is involved with. He is the official equipment supplier of the Blue Spade Society, as well as the official sponsor of Treasure Talk and Treasure Tales. So if you need anything, call Phil. He's got it in stock. And the key phrase there is in stock. If he doesn't have it in stock, you probably don't need it. So make sure if you got any needs at all, any questions, call Phil. He'll help you out. And if it's on a Saturday, maybe Big Poppy Joe Vizzi will be there and he'll help you out as well. So, Fun with Dirt, good evening. Glad that you were with us tonight. And let's see who else is in there. Charles Bruce, the Gulf Coast of Texas. Charles, how are you? Glad that you joined us tonight. It's good to see you. And we got Grant Hansen joining us tonight. Grant is with XP Deus. So I know he was anxious to kind of hear what we thought about the Deus too. And maybe here in a little while, before we end the show tonight, I'll get the Mumbles man to get his, he'll come over here and sit with me and we'll talk about Deus too. And we'll get John David on. He can talk a little bit about the legend. So we'll have all three. I'll just adjust the camera and we'll all three be sitting here and we'll be talking about detectors and detecting. So how would that be? And let's see. Let's see who else is in the Adele wants to know if she sent me a program, and no, I did not run it, Adele, not on the beach. I hadn't yet. And Jamie Holt says it's rainy on the Oregon coast, which we'll find out a little bit more about that shortly. Yeah, Mumbles man says there ain't nothing usual about being rainy on the Oregon coast. So let's see who else is here. Betty Hare, nice to see you, Betty. I'm glad that you joined us tonight. Hope you enjoy the show. Let's see. Texas Plug Riches, how you doing? Glad that you joined us tonight. Let's see. I think if I didn't, Fun with Dirt is in the house tonight. Glad that you joined us tonight. And let's see. I'm trying to scroll and not to jump around too much, but you know, I'm not the sharpest tack in the box. Practical Ken is in the house. Hi, Ken. Glad that you joined us tonight. Good to see you. And we may be coming up to the end of the detecting show with Johnny O. Glad that you joined us tonight. And let's see. We're probably coming almost to the end of the chat, so we can get into stuff here. Metal Detecting with CZ Kid is another Deus user, I think. Very talented young man. And let's see. Let's hope I don't want to forget anybody. Oh, we're getting more and more. Jeff's Obsessions, glad to see you tonight. How you doing? I guess a lot of people are having storms all out and around. The weather for us here in Daytona Beach has been very nice all week. It hasn't been real scaldy hot. It's only been about 80, 87 maybe. So it hadn't been real bad. Nice breeze. The water's about 75, 76 degrees. So we were neck deep in the Atlantic Ocean today, as the wind wasn't too bad. So the waves weren't too bad. So I think we just about reached the end of the everybody's in the chat. If you come in later, I'll do my best to say hello. So what we have a very, very talented duo as our co-host tonight. So let's go ahead and bring them on. You know them. They are Tiffany and Ronnie. And they are from Pacific Northwest Dirt Fishing, and they're out there in Goonie land. They hunt where the Goonies roam, and they have a lot of success, and they got some interesting stuff going on. So let's find out what's going on. Hello, boys and girls.
Hello. If I seem fidgety, it's because my back is acting up. So I'm a little fidgety, not meaning to be.
She's always fidgety.
Well, you're always fidgety.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm more fidgety.
I need to start give you a nickname like Cricket or something. The way you jump around in church.
I know. I know. It's crazy. So
But-
we do have we do have exciting things. We do have news. So
Tell us about it.
we have met with the museum, and we have an opening date of the official Sandcastle Days that takes place, and so they're opening during that time, which is June 9th is going to be the date that Pacific Northwest Dirt Fishing will have all of our items in the museum, and it is also going to be a traveling exhibit to go to schools and some of the areas around storm areas, and so it's going to be interactive, and it will keep growing as we find things. We're going to be able to put more stuff in. So and then in September yes, we're going to do what's called a seated hunt during cottage tour days is what it's called, September 11th, 12th, and 13th. And we're doing a seated hunt. People will come in and use machines, and we'll give prizes. The museum's got a big thing going for our exhibit. We're going to be digging the 10 remaining cottages, the original cottages in Cannon Beach. And so lots of stuff. Lots of stuff.
It sounds like y'all are busy. Let's hope the weather cooperates with y'all.
I know.
That'd be nice.
Wouldn't
you guys
it?
find some pretty cool stuff out there.
Yeah. Yeah. We've just had such success, such great fun that it's been amazing. I mean, we saw a gal the other day, and she said, oh, a guy comes and does that every summer where we were at. And we were like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. And Ronnie and I went to one corner of this area, and there must have been at one time some sort of vending booth or like
concession stand.
Yeah, like a concession stand, because the whole corner of this area was
pennies and
gads. I mean, there was so much you couldn't dig it all. And I thought, he missed a whole lot.
Just make Ronnie dig it.
Yeah.
I got tired of digging them.
Yeah, he did. He's like, oh my gosh. So I don't know if it was a concession stand or something they had there, but there was a bunch.
Yeah, so you got a lot of good stuff going on.
We do.
You got as part of your PNW, you have this young lady. I think she's only just barely legal, right? 18 or so.
What?
Jamie, and she's just.
Oh, I'm like, what? Yeah. Okay. So also, a lot of people don't realize that Pacific Northwest Dirt Fishing is Ronnie and I, but there is other people that have become part of Ronnie and I. So Jamie actually is Pacific Northwest Dirt Fishing. A young man named Caleb Rucker is also Pacific Northwest Dirt Fishing. So you'll see people on our videos that are now going to be with us all the time. So it's exciting because it's growing, and it is so much fun to have people say, hey, can I be part of what you're doing?
Now you've got, so you'll have a wide variety of detectors being used. Ronnie, you use the Garrett Ace Apex, correct?
Yep.
And you'll be happy to know that Steve Moore and Vaughn Garrett are on Treasure Talk Monday night.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen that.
And Tiffany, you use, I believe, the Mind Lab Equinox 600.
Yep.
And Jamie uses, I believe it is a Legend that she won on Treasure Talk, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. And Caleb, he also swings a Garrett Apex.
Yep.
So we just need a Deus user to come on down.
Well, yeah. Well, if I was a little closer, I'd come on down,
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I am not. So, you know what? We think we probably been jabberjocking, uh, you know. So we got some really.
I like that song. Somebody's calling.
It's a phone call. You know, my
Important
wife
man.
forgot that what time it is.
Oh.
So, anyways, why don't you, excuse me, tell everybody who our special guests are tonight. Tell them a little bit about them and introduce them, and then we'll bring them on, and they can tell the entire world about themselves.
Right. So they're known as Team Lynch. They are a husband-wife team, and they are mostly beach hunters, and their videos always teach me something. If it's about a weather phenomenon, or I mean, not only detecting, but they have like little trivia, like yeah. So I didn't know there was such thing as a rainbow fog. We'll ask.
Fog.
A cloud fog.
You're in a fog most of the time. So
I know,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
About that.
But this last video, they were talking about this fog, and it's a fog bow. A fog bow.
Well, we'll ask.
Okay, we'll ask. We'll ask. But I always learn things, even if I don't remember what it's called. I always learn things from their videos.
A fog bow.
It's a fog bow.
We're definitely gonna ask them about that one.
A fog bow. So let's do it. Let's find out what a fog bow is really quick.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I myself would really like to know what a fog bow is.
Right.
You know.
I don't think it was a fog bow.
So, and I myself find Team Lynch's videos on YouTube very, very, very informative. They're very concise. They're very well edited, very well made. They don't put in a bunch of extraneous stuff that nobody wants to see. Everything they put in there, you can't wait to see. And they find some really good stuff, and they're very talented individuals.
Yes.
So let's bring on Team Lynch. Okay, let's do it.
There we are. That's better. Hi.
Hi. Okay, Kathy, what is it called?
It's called a fog bow. And
See,
I took the still photo and I tried to get it on video, but it didn't show up as well in the video as it did in the still photo. So what it is because the water molecules are smaller, actually, the particles of water vapor in fog are smaller than your regular rain, drops. You get a white rainbow instead of the multicolor layers. So
it's really neat.
It is.
A fog bow. I was right.
Yeah. I always thought I was just having hallucinations.
No.
Well, I might have been, Kathy. You never know with me.
Somebody teaches science.
I'm a retired middle school science teacher. So
okay, see, so I do pay attention.
I did not do well in science in school.
Yes. So I mean, you did one also, and we'll talk about it. I forget what it was called. That explains your trivia in your videos. Okay, well, not your trivia, but you put in like educational things, like a fog bow for me, and I now am going to see them every time I'm hunting our beaches.
Good luck. They're hard to find. They really are.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was the first time I've ever seen one.
Really?
Yeah, really.
I don't know that I have ever seen one, really.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true. So.
Wow. And Tim, what do you do? I just have to ask since we now know.
I work at a sewage plant. I'm a senior operator at a sewage plant.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it. I'm outdoors all day long at the plant. I stay in the plant. I don't go out often. But our plant's it's kind of neat because there's all types of animals around, eagles and birds and ducks and everything else. turtles, and you name it, we got it there. So
Well, why don't you tell everybody where you're located? First
yeah,
thing.
we're in Jersey Shore. We live in Brick, New Jersey,
Yeah.
but we're in Monmouth Ocean County. But we hunt, primarily Monmouth Ocean, but we go everywhere. We go down to Atlantic City, down to Cape May. We'll go back and forth up and down the coast to try to get to the best spots. Up here, our end of the coast, it's steep slopes, lots of sand. So you need sand movement, in the off season to get stuff. We had a bad winter. We didn't get that much rings. We're up to only at 13 rings this year so far. Sand didn't move up here. South Jersey, you go down, it's flatter coastline. It's a totally different type of hunting.
Yeah, it's a little easier.
Yeah.
The beach is a little wider down there, Tim.
Yeah, well, we have so much beach replenishment. They're wider. Yeah, but yes, it's wider there. It's flatter. You can walk quite a ways out at low tide.
Yeah.
So it's a little more conducive for people to really get in the water then, I think, huh?
Yes.
Yes, for us,
absolutely.
during the summertime, you got to watch the waves. The waves will knock you over.
Trust me. I'm in Daytona Beach right now, and when you're on the Atlantic Ocean, it's not like we love it in the Gulf. We like it in the Gulf because a lot of times it's just dead calm, and in the summertime you got 98-degree water. So, on the East Coast, you got to count yourself lucky. Now we were very lucky. The last couple of days, we've been able, as the low tide goes out, it's pretty extreme low tides, we can go out and hunt some of the troughs. But most of the time, you can't get out above, further than knee deep because the waves will just massacre you.
Yep.
Right. I think where you guys were hunting in your last video, that's kind of more conducive to the West Coast, to where we are. We've got big, like, I said, I would have got in that on your high tide. You had that great cut, but we're sanded in right now.
That trough is basically, we went there the other day and it was basically gone already. So
you got to get it when you find it. When you first notice it, you better go out and get it, because given a few hours, it can be gone.
Yeah, and
our season next month,
Yeah.
When it really starts getting the big cuts and they stay around for a few months, and that's when we really find our stuff, So.
And that's why we had the winter last winter, because that trough was there all winter long.
we pulled rings out of it all winter.
All winter.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. So we kind of have the same things that happen here. But we can't get in. Well, we can get in our waters. I get in it, but you don't stay for very long.
It's so cold.
It's very cold. And the waves, we have
huge waves,
sneaker waves with huge waves, and they're just not body friendly at all.
A lot of people don't realize, if you are a water hunter, specifically like just this evening, we were out there. I was neck deep, and I had a good signal, and I put probably 8 or 9 scoops on it, and I couldn't get it because the waves just carry you off the target constantly.
Oh, yeah.
You got a lot of current and stuff, so it's a lot of hard work when you're in the Atlantic or the Pacific because of the current and the waves.
Right. And we get some of those cuts that they look like you can just, walk right in, and then all of a sudden you get into that soft spot and it's down you go. So your cuts look like ours. And so I was like,
Yes.
I wonder.
Yeah, a lot of sand movement, same type of deal. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys have a lot of rock, or is it just mostly sand?
Almost all sand. Yep.
Okay.
We'll
We do rock.
We'll hunt Raritan Bay, which is basically where New York Harbor is.
Okay.
And
That's where we hit rocks.
that's where we'll get some rocks and stuff, but a lot of bricks, a lot of, things been going on there for years and years. So you got a lot of iron. It's really hard to find targets, but it's shallow. You can wade out. You have to watch the waves a little bit, but not much. And up there, we get a lot of old stuff. We'll go up there for old stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and so we like it when our sand is all gone pretty much, and it's just nothing but rock at times, and that's when you find all your good stuff. A couple of feet of sand taken off, and the rock starts showing,
And it's good.
What we'll get here is you look for, on the slope, going down the beach, we'll look for a hard packed sand. So it usually defines are in the hard packed sand, or you look for shell and gravel.
Right.
Or you get in the troughs themselves. If you get to low tide, you get out in a little trough or something, you can work out there. But we're always looking for spots. We're looking for, any type of little bulkheads, any, jetties or what called groins, everything that comes through there hits that and slows up and falls down there. So we're looking for that. We'll hunt during the winter. We'll hunt a lot up, back and forth. We'll kind of hunt separately. During the summer, we'll get on. I'll hunt down low by the water. She'll hunt up the slope a little more, and we'll just walk. And you always find a line where most all the targets are on one line, either almost perfectly in line. So we work till we find that line, and then we around take turns. Sometimes it's her day, sometimes it's my day. Sometimes it's the line's down lower, sometimes it's up higher. So
And
Well,
when
that's
I find that line, all of a sudden Tiffany comes running over.
I'm like,
But there's always a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, when you find that line, you got some pretty good hunting. So
and we kind of have a system because for us, our lines seem to go
vary from
in certain spots, and so you hit it, and he goes one way, I go another, and we do this thing, and
we just grid.
and then we eventually come together, and then we find it. And so, do people watch you? Do you guys drag your shovel, or do you grid, or how do you tell where you've been?
Usually what I'll do is I'll go along. I'm looking for low spots. I'm looking for a hard pack. Once I get a good spot, I'll stop and I'll grid. And a lot of times I'll carry it depends what type of mode I'm in. If I'm trying to keep where we're at hidden a little bit, I won't drag the scoop behind me.
Right.
If I really don't care, I'll drag the scoop behind me, make a nice, back and forth grid, or we'll spiral out, when we hit a good area. And that's how we go about it. But it's all a matter, the beach and how busy it is, and how many other hunters are around, so.
Right.
When you find those low spots, though, you really got to slow down and work them good. And a lot of people don't realize how you even identify a low spot on the beach. If you look down the beach, when you see where the waves, if it comes up a lot higher in one area, that's a low spot.
Yep.
Well, once you get to that and find a little bowl, for instance, then you can work it really slow, work it 2 or 3 different directions, because you may miss a target one way because of the way it's oriented in the ground, in the sand, and you'll catch it the next time.
We'll cross hatch just to make sure, depending on a really good spot.
He goes one way, I go the other.
Yep. And we'll go back and forth, switch it around. But also what we'll do is when I'm going along, if I'm getting pennies, I'll either move up the slope or down the slope to find the heavier targets. Now, rings with big stones in them and stuff like that, there'll be a lot of times up with the lighter stuff because they'll kind of sail a little bit. They'll get pushed along because they have the stone. Yeah. But a lot of the heavier rings and stuff will either be up or lower, either depending on whether stuff was pulled out of the sand or pushed in. So
normally if you're finding a bunch of pennies, that's not where the good stuff's going to be.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Once you find quarters and nickels, then you kind of slow down to maybe do a spiral pattern or something like that, because that's where a lot of the good stuff's going to be.
Yeah, you find nickels, you're finding gold, right?
Yep.
This Deus 2 is a absolute beast on nickels.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. Whoop,
wow. And so
on the nickels.
You two both use what? What kind of detectors? I know, but why don't you tell everybody what detectors are?
Right now,
I use a Knox 600.
Right now, I'm using a 600. I flooded my 800. My 800 flooded on me after three years and 2 months. I was just out of warranty, and they didn't cover it. I was a little disappointed because I know they covered other people, due to the flooding issue. But we also got some 800s coming back to me. I bought a new housing, which gave me a discounted price on that. So that was nice. But we got the Equinoxes. We'll have two 600s and an 800. And then we got Mind Lab Vanquishes, and we take them on vacation sometimes. They're easy to compact and stuff, and they work really well. Yeah. And then I have a T2 for hunting in the dirt. So
Tim, I want to ask you, why would you prefer to get a Equinox 800? Is there a different type of hunting that you do over the 600?
Yeah, I like the. A lot of times I'll hunt with threshold, So even though I have, they both have it. I also like hunting. A lot of times sometimes I'll go down to a 1 or a 2 on my recovery speed. I like a deeper, I like to hunt deeper a lot of times. It's all a matter of, sometimes it won't allow you to do that. The beach won't allow you to do that. A lot of times my sensitivity, I could run up at 21, 22 if I can. Usually a lot of times I'm around 19 or 18.
Yeah, that's usually when I had my equinoxes. Seldom ever more than 19 or 20.
Yeah, very seldom do I go above 19, 20. Yep.
I can't run that high on the beach here.
What's this?
15's tops I can go.
No.
Wow.
Well, you got to
And then
read your beach, right, Tiff? Because a lot of times your beach may, be a lot hotter.
Yeah, yeah.
than
So
others.
about 15 and it starts not being happy.
And you go to beaches, and the beaches will change too. Some beaches will
Yeah.
change. A lot of beaches, though, you'll get all the good signals. Every single signal we hear will have a little bit of an iron grunt to it, just because of the way the beach is made. So you got to dig those iffy signals. If you get a nice little chirp in there, we'll dig it. Yeah, even
Yeah,
though it's
yeah.
iron. So
Yeah, you got to dig those iffies on the beach.
yeah, you got to dig it. Yeah.
And I've been doing that with this Deus too. I mean, this separation on this machine is just amazing to me, because you'll get the heavy iron, but then you get just a little chirp,
Yep.
and come up in the scoop, and there'll be let's say a coin, right, with a big old hunk of iron. So.
Mhm.
If you're going to be a beach hunter, you got to dig some holes. It's the only way you find stuff.
That's it.
I always, when I get a good, I don't know, I'll get a good sound or something, and then I'll get a bunch of grunt, some iron, and then I'll scoop it, and I'll always have a big old nail and a coin,
Mhm.
always in my scoop.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the Apex.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been my go-to machine out of all the machines. My Apex, I love it.
And Ronnie's that Apex is an extension of his arm. I mean, yeah, he said if the only way he'd ever change is if they came out with a Apex 2.0 waterproof.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Here's the thing that Phil has always said, and I have always agreed with him on that. One thing about with Myers and Treasure Talk and Treasure Tales, we don't bash machines. Everybody has a machine that they like, and the best machine for you is the one that works for you.
right.
Right.
Your ear is attuned to tones that, like Ronnie with his Apex, he knows the tones on the Apex.
Yes.
That you and Tim, you both know the tones on the Equinox. So if you switch machines, it'd be a very large adjustment period with the tonal quality. Now,
Right.
Tiffany,
Right.
she went from a Vanquish to an Equinox, so this kind of similar.
Yes.
Equinox has got a lot crisper tones on that. So
Yep.
It does. It does.
it's
So,
all in what you like and what works for you.
That's it.
right. Right.
There's no bad detector.
No.
No, and
No.
I like that we use different machines or different, because sometimes he'll hit something and he'll say, hey, come check this real quick, and I'll check it, and we'll talk to each other, or vice versa. So for us, we work really well together, and now we have other members that are coming in and they have different machines too, so that will help learning and just getting more difference out there. So
Experience with
yeah.
other machines.
yeah. So
Sometimes-
are you go ahead, sorry.
Sometimes Kathy will hit with the 600, and I can't hear it with the 800. I'll sit there and make a couple adjustments, and until I can tune into what she's hitting. She finds a ring or whatever it is. But it's kind of funny. All the machines are different. My old AT Pro, I used to run out on the dry sand when I first had it. It killed on quarters. I killed with quarters in it, and my Equinox can't equal that. I don't get the same amount of quarters. A lot of people find out, guys. I find it with guys hunting with the Pro, and I'm hunting with it, and I'll go by, and sometimes I can't hear what they can hear. The old AT Pro. So it's all about, you got what you have. You go out there, and they all seem to have good points to them. So
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the thing, it goes back again, Tim, like you said. Now, Kathy may be able to hear a tone that you can't hear.
Mm-hmm.
yes, that's
That was the thing that I found, because my regular hunting partner at the beach is the Mumbles man. And we had exactly the same detectors, headphones, and everything, but he could hear those real faint whisper tones, and I couldn't hear them.
Right.
It's simply a difference in our hearing.
Yep.
You know, and that is the case probably with you guys as well, where she may hear something that you can't hear, or you hear that she can't hear.
Yeah.
So,
He's a middle-aged man now, so the female your voice tones are starting to
Disappear, yes.
well, you know what they say, Kathy, men don't listen anyway, right?
I always run up to
He
25.
does.
I'm always looking for
He's a
the
good
loudest
listener.
headphones. Because if I can't hear well, I always want something, I'm always looking for next best headphones so I can hear better. I like to hear every little sound, especially when you're looking for deep stuff. I'm looking for tone
Headphones
breaks.
make a big difference. They make a
yeah.
really big difference.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of nice headphones out there, but the speakers in them are not as good.
Yeah.
And if the one thing, and I will have to say, Mind Lab makes terrible headphones.
Yes.
I mean, it's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Those yellow headphones.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I had my Excaliburs, I trashed those, and I took them all apart, and the speakers weren't too bad, but they were just uncomfortable and very noisy. So I customized them with Eisenhower phones and stuff like that, because headphones make a huge difference.
Mhm.
And that's one of the reasons why I'm really enjoying these bone conductive headphones that
Yeah, I
Expert
can see
has
that.
come out with. And I tell you, other manufacturers are going to have to get on board, because that is something right there. Specifically, all right, Tim and Kathy, you guys are beach hunters. I know Ronnie and Tiffany are. Something that came to me, you're out there in the sun 6, 7, 8 hours a day, you get fried pretty good.
Mhm.
But with these with regular headphones, you can't wear, like, say, a wide brim straw hat.
Right.
But with these bone conductive headphones, I can wear a wide brim straw hat to help protect myself a little bit more.
I like wearing ear pods. Somebody makes waterproof ones that I wear.
Mhm.
I go through like 1 or 2 pairs every year, though.
Every year.
Because
Yeah.
I'm constantly breaking them. But they're really good for hearing. Yeah, I can really hear the little sounds. But I'm turning and pulling, and the wire gets stuck on you. But I know some guys use wireless pods, but
Well, if you guys are getting in the water, it's kind of hard to use a wireless pod, because if the control box is underwater, you
exactly.
ain't got no sound.
Yeah. Well, usually here in New Jersey, unless you're down south, there's usually the waves are so big that you can't wade out that far anyway.
No.
But because you're gonna get knocked
I
down.
only go knee deep.
Well, I'll go with my chest up out in the bay, but I know the bay, I don't have to worry about big waves coming over and
Right.
knocking us down. So
Yeah.
Well,
The waves can be brutal.
we deal with wind. Our beaches are always windy.
same here, always windy, always trying to find a way to keep wind noise out of the video.
Oh, gosh.
Right. We finally found a windsock thing for the GoPro, and that made all the difference in the world.
Nice.
But you have to buy multiple of them because they rip really easy. But you can't lay on the Oregon beach. You're lucky if you can. If not, you get sandblasted, literally. So we deal with wind, and I've noticed the headphones are not as good as what the other headphones that I had used in the past. So the 600 headphones leave a little bit to be desired. So that's going to be something that I'm going to be looking into for next season, is a better set of headphones.
Yeah, a couple new waterproof headphones came out recently for the knot.
Okay.
One of them's Eisenhower, I believe, is involved in the one. I'm not, that's from what I understand, but they're supposed to be better. But who knows till you try them.
Well, Eisenhower makes his own. He makes them out of they call them left rights. They are a different kind of a phone, or a sound attenuating headphone, and he also does a lot for Gray Ghost with the speakers, which makes a lot of difference. So Gray Ghost has really come a long way in their headphones.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Well, that gives me something to look into, because that's something that I never realized, where the headphones were super important, because his headphones for the Garrett, they are fantastic.
The Z-Link headphones are amazing headphones. They're really good quality. I don't ever have a problem with them. And I mean, I love them.
Yeah. So Anyway, okay, so tell me, let's see. What okay, so are you just beach hunters? You do no parks, you just do beaches, right?
No. We'll do.
Oh.
We get invites from friends all the time. We did it. We did come out swinging recently. That was a hunt on a farm in Pennsylvania. And we,
Okay.
we did a few things, musket balls and things like that.
Buckles.
Yep, buckles.
Lots of
and things.
nails.
Yep, a lot of
Okay,
fun.
so what kind of hunters do you consider yourself? Because Ronnie and I, everybody says, "Oh, you hunt beach," but I'm one kind of a hunter and he's another. So, what are you guys?
I mean,
What
I
would you consider
like
yourself?
hunting coins
Mhm.
are my favorite, old coins,
Mhm.
and then I find a lot of rings. And she likes artifacts.
I love
digging,
artifacts.
a lot more iron sounds.
Yeah.
I kind of just skip over that stuff. But I'm always looking for that high tone.
Yeah.
So
So
we like finding. I like finding old. Kathy prefers
And
jewelry
I'm a
more.
dig everything person.
Yeah, she likes it. She's happy with anything. She really is.
Tell me, Kathy, are you a little bit more patient than Tim?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, she
Okay,
is.
that's usually the case. We have found that.
Yeah, I dig everything too. I do.
Well, I saw
Sometimes
in your
she'll work a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be all the ways down the beach and back.
And obviously,
She's still working there.
pattern. Yep.
And some days it works for me. Sometimes I'll find a hole and I'll do good,
Yeah.
because I'm always reading the beach, constantly reading the beach, looking for sand.
Right. Especially if you're on the beach and you see the ice cream truck coming.
So do you? I don't know.
What a hunt beach.
We find this a lot. Do people stop you and ask what you're doing, or
All the time.
so is one of you stopped more than the other?
She gets the kids to follow her more often.
Yes.
No, which is good because then I get to go ahead of her. I get to sneak a little bit ahead of her because she's tied up with the kids for a while. But last year I got tied up with the kids for a couple times. So
Wow.
we get a lot of people come up to, hey, I have a detector at home. People ask you what you're doing. We get the kids. We always show the kids, what our machine's about, how it works.
Yeah.
And we enjoy that. Anybody's missing anything, we'll look. We'll just stop and look for it.
There's one item that somebody asked us to try to find for them last summer at the end of the summer.
Yeah.
And it hasn't,
Hasn't
shown up yet.
It's
So
a
we
really
just
nice
keep
item.
looking.
We keep
just
going back there and looking for it because we know
Yeah.
the type of item. If anybody found it, we would have heard about it.
Oh, yes.
See,
So
we've
don't
got
you
one of
think
those.
so, Tim, that with the kids, and a little bit of the teacher and Kathy comes out when she's talking to the kids.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
For us, so I get stopped all the time, and people will walk right past Ronnie and right to me.
Blame them?
yes,
I
because
was like, "What?"
I look grumpy all the time, probably, or have
Hey,
a sign on my hat that
they
says,
made a
"Leave me
movie
alone."
after Ronnie called Grumpy Old Men.
But Ronnie does get.
I get the ones that want to give me crap about ruining the environment or something like that because we're digging, so
Ronnie gets a lot of what the people refer to as a Karen. He does get a lot of those.
Yeah.
And he's so mellow and just so calm, and he just deals with it just so professionally, and I slow my stride and just smile.
Okay, we got a couple questions. Well, one from Robert Ridgway from Pinellas Park, Florida, for Tim and Kathy. They want to know what your most unusual find and your best find have been.
Best. Can I go with best first?
Yeah, go
Because
your
that was
best.
easier for
Yes.
me. All right. So best find for me is a gold signet ring that I found in Raritan Bay that we were able to date back to 1865. Birmingham, England?
Birmingham, England. Yep.
Birmingham, England.
What happened was the assayer's office was only open 1 year. So the assayer's mark was on air, so we knew what year it was.
Yep.
Cool.
Wow.
Yep.
That's beautiful. Woof.
Yep.
And what about your most unusual find, Kath?
I don't know. Would you say the tractor puller thing that I
Yeah, you can go with that instead of the ring.
instead of the ring?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. What ring are you talking
Your
about?
naughty ring.
My naughty
Uh-oh.
ring.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I did. That's right. I forgot
Yep.
about that one. Yeah. Yeah. A very naughty ring. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. X-rated.
Okay. Tim, it's your turn now. See if
Yeah.
you can beat that one.
Yeah, no, not gonna beat that one. You find all types of weird stuff. Just yesterday, I found a magnet fishing magnet.
Oh,
It was like only like 5 feet out in the water, but I guess they didn't want to go out and get it, so that was kind of nice.
oh.
Rings, I got some older coins and things I like. Back in the day, I found an old British quartermaster button. I like that.
Mhm.
I guess I got a couple rings. I got a couple nice engagement. I got an engagement ring, and I found the wedding band like a couple weeks apart, and they were nice. It was like a $5,000 ring, and then there was $3,000 ring, and then I found I found a gold ring with a ruby in it. That's the one I personally like the best.
Mhm.
It's not not as expensive or not but it's just something I really like to have.
Mhm.
Right, right. Wow. Does your silver come out just black, black, black?
Not always. It all depends. All depends on the
How long it's been in the ground. I think.
Yeah, if it's been in the water or not. If it's just been in dry sand for a week or two.
Right,
The
We did.
blacker the better.
right. Ours comes out usually black, always.
Well, and the blacker it is, the more, like you just said, the longer it's been in there. So
Right.
I like finding older stuff. We
Yep.
found some pretty old stuff too. So
We'll get gold
I'll
discolored
take it on
in American bed. Gold will be discolored.
Yeah.
oh, I was watching. You found another turtle the other day.
Yeah,
Yes, I did. My
And
second.
you said
turtle.
that was like number 13, or
That was
or
the
what?
13th ring for this year, but my second turtle ring in total.
Well, so
Yes.
the other day I found a little turtle.
He's never found a turtle.
It's my first little turtle, but it's like gold
Yeah.
turtle.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah.
But when you found that, I was like, hey, I found a turtle.
He was excited about finding the turtle, and he was excited you found one. He goes, I gotta show him a turtle.
Yeah, we found 115 rings last year,
We were
Wow.
at
and we got some weird ones. I got one with a big old Nazi ring.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I think we found like 60
rings,
60 rings last year.
stuff.
Wow.
Well,
Last
it
time
kind
I
of
was
makes
on-
you wonder sometime, what about the people that wear this stuff,
Right.
Yep.
Right. Have you found gold teeth yet?
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Yes, you have.
Yes.
Nice.
I have my first one and I'm keeping it.
Was that
Yeah.
an old one?
We
Or?
take stuff to a
Not-
jeweler to
yeah.
sell,
Yeah,
and the
not grills,
jeweler
just
asked-
teeth.
No, right, just a
Right.
cap.
Caps. Yep.
Yes. the
Well, see, I
jeweler-
found 3 gold teeth, and they actually are in the museum because they were from the early 1800s, late 1700s. They
Wow.
had them tested.
Wow.
That's neat.
So
They're no
yeah,
longer-
I ended up finding 4 of them, and the first one I found, it just got mixed in with my gold stuff that went for gold weight, and then the other 3 I found, somebody saw it online, and so we took them in, and sure enough, they were old, and I was like, well, shoot, I sold the first one, so the other 3 are in the museum now. So
Yeah, we
Right.
find them. Sometimes they won't even look like gold. You'll get like filling, a gold filling.
Yes.
Yeah.
They'll only test it. They'll test positive for gold, but it'll be like
Right.
grayish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So the set that Ronnie found, they were in 3 different holes, about, I don't know, football field or so apart,
yeah,
and they were like gray, and I was like, what? No. And he's
my
like,
first one I
"Oh."
found was just gold is looking, but
Right.
the other 3 weren't as gold until I cleaned them.
Mhm.
And then, but you could, I could tell they were gold. And so, but I don't know.
I always feel weird about them because I find a lot of crematory tags on the beach.
We do too. We do
Yeah.
too.
So a lot of times,
So-
You
I
always
just
throw
figured if
those
I
back.
ever, I just
I
figured
feel
if
like-
I ever lost a tooth, I'd have a spare laying around, I could just stick one in.
Well, Ronnie wants to keep his crematory tags when he's thinking about going into witness protection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We keep the crematory tags now because of Phil Myers. And Phil says every time you find one, it's a reminder, to, what does he say? He says something. I know it's Phil.
Well, he's
Phil,
in the
come
chat.
on.
Let's ask him, what do you say?
Yeah. I know
What
he
do you
says
say?
it because I started keeping them because he says something about it's a reminder.
So, yeah.
Oh,
I
right.
remember. So now we have a board and we
Tack them.
tack them on the board.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. So then that way they're respected and you know, because you keep finding them, the same ones over and over.
Yeah, and
and
I've
over.
done that. I found an urn one time.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
It was really small. So at first I thought it was like an offering. You know, we
Mhm.
got a lot of Hindu stuff around here,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. It turned out it was a small urn for ashes. So I placed that back.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I found a little Hindu statue.
Yeah.
It's about yay big, and it's just a little Hindu statue. And
It's called a Hanuman, and it's
Is that that evil voodoo thing you find around it?
yeah,
yeah.
it's
So
sitting outside.
it has to face a certain direction, and the only way that we can get rid of it is if somebody steals it. So we let
We
everybody know.
can't give it away.
We let everybody know where it's at.
End of last year, I got myself a gold 22K monkey god.
Oh
Yep.
wow!
Yeah, it was.
Oh, see,
Well,
that's what the
that's
Hindu
in
is. It
itself
has
when you
a
find
monkey
anything
face on it, and he's
that,
ripping his
you know,
chest
more
open
than 10 or
to have a head in it.
14K.
Is that what it was, Tim? Was he ripping his chest open and had faces inside?
No.
Oh, okay. Because the hangman kind of is a monkey face.
It had a monkey face on it. and
Mhm.
everything.
This one, he's the monkey god. He's a leader of the monkey army. Is supposedly.
Oh. Well, I found it fascinating. So we
Yeah.
respect it and we do exactly what we're supposed to do with it. And, you know, it's there. And I always
Nobody
tell-
stole it yet.
you know.
So.
Well,
And
good.
how
Why
long
don't
have you guys
you,
detected?
why don't you tell us a little bit about, Tim and Kathy, about your social media and that type of thing? Because believe it or not, we're almost out of time for tonight.
Yeah, we heard that.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got our YouTube page. On Facebook still, we're just still using our own account.
Our own
We haven't
personal
set one up
accounts.
yet. But we enjoy putting the YouTube out, and we got a lot of friends that do YouTube, so it's nice seeing them on. Like Rachel's in here.
Yeah.
Johnny
Johnny
O.
Liz,
Yeah, we got
and-
Liz is here.
Yeah.
We got a lot of friends. It's nice for meeting people. Plus, we belong to clubs.
Yep. Hi, Tracy.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Tracy's in there. Yeah, but we
So
belong.
it's
To clubs, so-
Team Lynch on YouTube.
Yes,
Yes.
Team Lynch Beach
Team
Metal
Lynch
Detectors.
Beach Metal
And it's very easy to go. You just pop it in the search and it'll come up.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're coming up on 900, and we're giving away a Morgan when we hit 900, and then 1,000. We decided on gold already. We're giving away a gold coin. So
Well, everybody needs to get over there and subscribe to Team Lynch Metal Detecting, share the videos, like the videos. That way everybody can, tune in and see top quality metal detecting, beach metal detecting videos.
Thank
Because
you.
trust me, there's a lot of stuff out there that's not worth watching. Team Lynch is worth watching. And that's something you can watch with your kids, which is very
Even though
important.
we have it as not child, whatever.
well, I
but
guess I
still,
got to
but-
comment on it. Yeah.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
That's that. But that again is because I work as a teacher and I want to make sure that I have that professional, or at least, somewhat professional.
Yeah, we got friends that don't bother us, but
Right.
we just not what we chose to do.
Yep,
so
exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I think the way you comport yourselves on video and the way you handle your YouTube channel speaks to your character. Because there's an awful lot of people out there now that are just going for the views,
Yep.
with the clickbait thumbnails and that have nothing to do with what's in the video at all. And they think they may be getting a little immediate gratification with people clicking on it to see but they're not getting the subscribers and
Yeah, we got some good followers,
and the content's not there. So
Right.
a lot of our friends are here tonight.
Yes,
We're
thank you.
Yep.
Thanks,
everybody.
yeah, it makes a lot of difference.
Well, when our season gets up and going, Kathy and Tim, Ronnie and I are looking at doing or inviting other couples that detect together, maybe getting together and doing a collab video. So it would be done remotely. Everybody would do their section, and then we would edit it and put it out together. And it's something to think about.
Yeah.
It's something to think about. So
yeah.
because a lot of people think, oh, metal detecting, it's all men, or it's all and there's a lot of couples, there's a lot of women, it's just fantastic. And
It's
so
good for the relationship. We like it.
Absolutely.
us too. Us
It's like
too. Who's
we
more
hunt
competitive?
together, we can hunt separate. She
Who's more competitive?
got independence. I got independence. Sometimes we'll go off and hunt off in different directions. We just try to keep each other in eyesight.
Yep, exactly.
Right. We do too. Is
Yeah,
one of you more
always good to
competitive
keep
than the
your
other?
eye out on each other,
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep.
because
We
as
don't
you
wanna
both well know, you'll meet all kinds on the beach. You just never know.
Yeah. At nighttime, I hunt a couple places where a lot of drunk kids and stuff. All I do is I pretend I can't hear them. I just keep on walking.
That's the best thing to do.
But it's nice to have a big sand scoop with you if you have to defend
Yes.
yourself. So
Yes.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do, because there's some crazy people out there.
yeah, because we'll do night hunts. I'll do night hunts. A lot of times I'm going out 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning and hunt with friends, and things get a little crazy at times. So
Yeah, well, after dark, it gets really bizarre. I think
Yeah.
it turns into zombie land.
yeah, I
or
mean,
something.
a lot of lovers on the beach. I'll just keep my head, just keep on going.
Right.
Well, yeah, it's a good thing, you got that little cone of light.
Mhm.
Yep.
Sometimes there's such a thing as too much light.
Yeah, a lot of times at night, if I'm hunting a spot I don't want people to know, a lot of times I'll shut it off, or if there's a lot of people like that around, I don't want to shine the light on them, or upset them. I got a little red light. I'll switch to a red light, or I just use the moonlight if I can. So,
Wow.
Well, you're a kind person, Tim.
yeah.
So, guys, we've come to the end of our time. Unfortunately,
Thank you so much.
we're over a little bit. You guys have been absolutely awesome tonight.
Thank you.
So there again,
Well,
everybody
thank you.
out there, we
Yeah.
want you to go in the search Team Lynch Metal Detecting on YouTube. You need to subscribe, like their videos, and share their videos so other people can enjoy them. If you want to learn some good tips, these are the people you want to watch. If you want to get your family involved, these are the people you want to watch, because it's very, very family oriented. And the same thing with Pacific Northwest dirt fishing. So
Yep.
we want to thank everybody that's been in the chat tonight. We want to, of course, thank Phil Myers, the guru, for sponsoring Treasure Tales.
Yep. Thank you.
And
Phil.
if y'all are looking for a real good time on Sunday morning, tune in at 10 o'clock a.m. for Coffee with Liz. Diggin' Canuck puts on a spectacular live stream
Yes, she
on
does.
Sunday mornings at 10. Very, very good content, family-oriented content, and she's at the top of her game, and she is the top of this game. So she's one that everybody likes to emulate. So Ronnie and Tiffany, want to thank you so much for being with me tonight. It's always my extreme pleasure when you guys join me.
Thank you.
And Tim and Kathy, I just can't say thank you enough for you guys taking time out of your busy time and your busy schedules to come and spend some time with us tonight and let everybody in the world know who Team Lynch is. And we want to thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Our
you.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we will see everybody on the flip-flop here. And one thing we always say, isn't it, Tiffany, Ronnie, about Treasure Tales?
Yeah.
There's a million treasure stories out there. All of them are different. All of them have meaning, and all of them are unique. So we want you to get up with me, and let's get you on Treasure Tales so you can tell your treasure story to the world, because trust me, they want to hear it, as do I, as does Ronnie and Tiffany, as does Tim and Kathy. So get up with me, and let's get you on Treasure Tales to share your treasure story. So happy hunting, everybody. Dig deeper. Thanks, Tiff, Ronnie, Tim, Kathy. Right on, right on. Thanks, guys. Happy hunting and dig deeper.
Yep. Happy hunting, everybody.
Thank you, George.